Hey guys, this is Thane with Thrive and Peak, and today I want to talk about the significance of life. I am not trying to ruin every action movie for you, or every. I'm not trying to make you think of like every piece of media like when I immediately think of these, I think of Madara from Naruto when he fought the entire army and things like that. So like it's cool action type of things, but I'm just saying I don't necessarily know if I've ever had anyone had this conversation before. And so with that, here are my notes here. I'll read off a little bit and then I can talk about it a little later. But yeah, have you ever noticed in movies that an anime life can feel kind of cheap? Hundreds of people can be thrown away in one scene and we cheer about it because the main character or the badass did it, you know what I'm saying? But what if the entertainment has quietly trained us to stop feeling that weight of the human life in the real world? Subconsciously, right? And if you think action movies like John Wick or Uncharted video games, right? Like Nathan Drake, he's one of my favorite characters in all media just because he's lovable and funny. But also, Homeboy's got some issues. Mr. Nobody, like he's super cool. Like I love Bob Odenkirk, and like from what I can tell, like from what I've seen in the research of like behind the scenes and everything, he like actually like puts the training into it and is like really super genuine. I love that. And but in his movies too, like he's like an also action, like like he'll go ahead and wipe out like 40, 60 people. You know what I mean? And be like, hey, what's up, family? Let's go have some fucking hot dogs. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever he did in the movie. I think it was the sequel. But I did another video on that movie, and you should go watch it. I think it's called You Take You Wherever You Are. Anyway, I just try to plug myself. But I mean, if you're not gonna, who is? Um, but yeah, so like media often gives us two characters, good guys and bad guys, heroes and villains, typically. But real life doesn't always work that way. Real life is layered. A man could make one bad decision because rent was due, and someone could join the wrong crowd because they were desperate. Someone could be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like when I play the Arkham Knight and the Insomniac Spider-Man games, motherfuckers are getting bent by Batman and Spider-Man. And I'm like, dude, he's not going to be able to work his regular job he does during the daytime. Like after this, like Batman would be like, break every single bone in your body, including your jaw, and would be like, now talk. What kind of shit is that, bro? But yeah, like I'm just saying, like think of that guy, like think of that guy's perspective. You know what I mean? Maybe he wasn't broken, or maybe he was broken, not evil. Sorry, that doesn't excuse harm, but it reminds us of something important. A bad action is not the same thing as a worthless life. When we constantly consume stories where people are disposable, I think that kind of seeps into our subconscious on the real. When unnamed faces are just bodies dropping in the background, it can subtly numb your empathy. Your subconscious starts to categorize people, important people and background people, main characters and extras. But in reality, everyone's a main character in their own story. Everyone has memories, a mother, a fear, a dream that they never said out loud, or something like that, Someone they miss. That cashier you ignored, main character. That guy who looks rough around the edges, he's a main character. That woman that's stressed out in traffic, she's a main character. Some people may not even realize it, but they are their own main characters. But I just think it's well enough to it's good to bring awareness to that. You're your own main character. I don't know if you recognize that, but I'm letting you know that here. That's the energy we have up here, so get used to it. But yeah, so in closing, I'll say this. Maybe the lesson isn't to stop, like, the lesson is not to stop watching movies. The lesson is just to watch it more consciously. To remember, entertainment is fiction. I'm, like, honestly, like, when you know what goes into it in totality of raising a human being, it's a gift, it's a special, it's special. And it takes effort. You know what I mean? I've changed quite the amount of diapers, and it's effort for sure, and it's love that you put in there, and for it to be, it could be gone like that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that falls on that could definitely be brought to attention. We should be more aware of that, and I feel like we would reflect positively for it. You know what I mean? And I think that really applies into being the change you want to see in the world. So in closing, I'll leave you with no life is filler. I've been Duke, or Thane, whichever you prefer, and you've been great. Have a good one.